Sunday if you're watching this later. I normally don't do videos on Sundays, but I figured I got a Nitro, I got an engine. I gotta make them go together, don't I? Let me give you guys a second here to show up here in the stream. I'm gonna say special thanks for you guys supporting me throughout the multiple years, months, days, microseconds. Depends what level of particle physics you believe in. Because we can get deep down. We can get deep down into the nuance, into the neutrinos. But you know what you will find when you go deep down inside the neutrinos in a particle accelerator? You're gonna find a vintage Nitro Megatech engine, guys. So I don't even know what these physicists are doing out there. I know what they're doing. They're drinking instant coffee and figuring out the neutrinos. But you guys are out here making the real stuff go down. Okay, we got my good friend No Music RC here. Here's always first. But he somehow, magically, always winds up being last. Sickening, sickening. I don't know how that happens. We got Jeremy Stone. We got Blown Bush in Garage. I was in a stream earlier there with him. They actually read my username out. I couldn't believe it. JC Concepts. They didn't know who I was. They're like, what's a Nitro? What's a Nitro? We change tires and glue them. And we put bodies on cars and don't know what Nitro is. But Blown Bush in Garage was in there representing. We got Lotus 420, Bob's RC, Nitro and Electrics RC. Rumple Foreskin. Go sickening. Okay, guys, now let me give you a little catch up. No Music RC, did I find the Megatech in the box? No. Dude, I don't know where I put that box. I was cleaning. I cleaned so well, it actually broke my vacuum. Okay, I actually got to go get another vacuum. Shit killed my vacuum. Ever since I got a cat, Sandy, the guy got a lot of cat hair going on everywhere, Today, I was doing the laundry, open up the dryer machine, open up the dryer, and you know what happened, guys? Let me ask you what happens. Does anybody here know when you open up the dryer, what is supposed to happen? Okay, when you open the dryer, what happens? Okay, go ahead. That's the trivia question of the day. We got RC Misadventures. How you doing? Happy to see you here. We got Gavin Wavy. He goes, no potato quality today. Yeah, so we had a service outage today. It was so bad I had to go take a nap in the daytime. The question is, when you open up the dryer, what happens? Okay, you're not gonna get questions like this from the heart on any other channel. Okay, hey, YRC, what's going on? Goes, rats, running out of it. So, no, you get another try, bro. You get another chance, okay, because I like you, right? So, what happens when you open up the dryer, and what didn't happen today? Okay, so I'm going to give you guys 30 seconds to make that decision on what happens when you open up a dryer, okay? Okay, Melissa, I didn't forget about you. You live with me. I don't got to give you a shout-out, okay? You know what I'm saying? You live together, boo. I could go visit you right now, but you're trying to go to bed early today. You're trying to stay away from me, hybrid. Okay? So you told me to stay away. I said to you, I'm going to come here and chill out with my buddies at the NitroGang. Okay? That's why you got to build a community outside of your boo. You guys know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. When your chick be pissing you off, you got to be to her, I got replacements. Sure, they're men. Sure, they like RC cars. But they like me as a person, boo. Okay? Kidding around. Okay, so the question is, what happens when you open up a dryer? Okay, Jeremy Stowe goes, Sandy jumps in. A2RC goes, what are we working on tonight? We are working on an RC10GT. This is a sickening vintage one. We got KGM, how you doing? I gotta install this engine, but there's an issue with the clutch, guys. We're gonna look it over. I appreciate the vintage sickening individuals here. There's an issue with the clutch. I don't know if you wanna pretend you know what it is, but I'm gonna show you. I think there's a problem. So when you open up the dryer, normally it stops, right? It stops. It appears mine doesn't stop anymore. There must be a micro switch that broke. So now when I open up the dryer, it just keeps turning. Okay? So I got no way of turning it off. Basically, I had to unplug it from the back. Okay? Sickening, okay? We got Una Phantasma here. How you doing? I hope you're having a good evening there, right there. He goes, sickening Arma story. Yes, I'm glad you appreciated that. What happens when you open up an Arma box and you go to smell it? You get poisoned. It's very straightforward. It's like anthrax. Okay? Unless, you got it really cheap and it was used. That's okay. Or, you bought it on sale and, it's cheap. Then there's no anthrax because they can't afford the anthrax. Okay? You guys remember that whole thing with anthrax where they were mailing it to the presidents? I mean, how dumb do you got to be to do that? All that stuff is traceable. Okay? How dumb you got to be to mail things in the mail where things are legit traceable? Okay, I guess it was the early 2000s. People didn't understand that legit, like everything is traceable. You know, no matter where you go. Let's say you go to try to mail something legal in the mail, you're gonna get caught. Okay, it's bad. It's a bad idea, bro. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna continue. In the meantime, so you guys might have seen this on the channel already. In fact, a sickening member of the NitroGang donated this chassis to me a couple years ago. This is a RC10GT. Now, I know he bought a couple RCs in the same lot at one time. And this one, like, he just sent to me. Like, I don't know if he knew the problems or whatever. It doesn't even matter. I appreciate it. All right? Now, the engine we had in it, and we will have again, is a Megatech M16. I actually remember having this engine. Oh, we got no music, RC. Thank you for that. He goes, let's start this party with a super chat. Who is next? Well, Melissa's going to sleep, so it can't be her. And plus, if she pays me, that's like I'm paying myself, which, you know what they say when someone is really angry at you? Thank you for that, no music, RC. You know what they say when someone's angry at you? Let's say you're driving down the road. Oh, we got chain nitro in my veins, guys. I wasn't planning on doing a Sunday night live stream tonight. I know usually our good friend Texas Hill does them, but, you know, I had some information come down the pipeline saying he wasn't going to do it. So I figured I'd take up the slack, okay? Pick up the slack, rather. Shit, what am I talking about? Take up the slack. You can't take up the slack. You got to pick the slack up. All right. We're going to have more content from Chain Nitro in my veins right here in the future featuring a Savage. But right now, I don't have it because, like, I had to clean so much. I also put that Savage somewhere. I can't seem to find it right now. Like, legit lost the Savage. But it's somewhere here, bro. Trust me. The Savage ain't going to run away. Like, it can't start. I got a bad spur gear. You know what I'm saying? It's here. Okay. Now, let's see. I'm reading your commentary. Jason McCall, how you doing there, my dude? Good evening as well. Now, the question, I don't know what I was talking about now at this point, guys. But what I do want to say, anybody here owned one of these engines when they were brand new? Now, I will tell you, I did. And the chassis I put this in was a Nitro RS43. Was it really sickening? It was beyond sickening. Actually, it was so fast that I flipped it and broke the carb off. Okay, that's how fast that was. And then I learned the lesson. Don't modify engines that are too crazy for the chassis. Okay, I learned my lesson. All right, we got a good friend, Tarek Curry, here in the stream. Guys, I want to say once again, welcome to Sunday. I normally don't really do Sunday videos because, like, you know, I got work Monday and, like, it's real depressing. But, like, I basically know what my day is going to be like tomorrow, so I'm not as devastated. I already know, like, the 4 of the 5 meetings I'm going to have. You know, I'm, like, basically I write, like, compliance. I'm a compliance guy, okay? Like, tax compliance. It's real boring. Got to have meetings all the time. Sometimes, you know, you got to have meetings with people you don't really care about. But listen, you got to care about everybody in this world, okay? We got Pitbull, Air Cold, how you doing? Boosted RC, happy to see you here. Now, guys, today a video came out featuring the HBI Nitro Rush. I might pull it out in a little bit in this video. I've actually come across a couple of fixes for it since the video came out today, okay? So I have fixed the fuel tank. I will most likely do a proper video on that in the future, but right now I'm not going to cover it too much because I think it's something that will fix many old HPIs, and that is a leaking primer. But I will tell you guys the answer if you guess it. You know, I'm not trying to keep this information to myself. I'm not an information Nazi. I do this to share it with all of you. You know what I'm saying? So the question is, how do you fix a leaking primer? Okay, you got a primer and it leaks. What do you do? Okay, there's only one thing you could do in this world is eliminate. Okay, you gotta eliminate. Not with an AK-47, not with anthrax, but with some pliers. Okay, you take the pliers, you rip that SOB out. Okay, then that's what you do. But there's also a fix on how to get rid of that hole. That hole will be covered in the future. Okay, now we gotta get to business, guys. The situation with this. Why didn't I put the engine back into the truck? Anybody want to take a guess? Yeah, A2RC is correct. You do a primer delete. You delete that primer. It's kind of like, you know, when you have a car and it's bad, what you do is you park it like on an area that you know that drains poorly. So that way the rain hits it and you can get the insurance to total it. Unfortunately, that's not something I would ever do because I'm an ethical individual. Okay, so don't be doing that. Okay, you don't want to raise the insurance costs for all of us, do you? That wouldn't be very nice of you. Because, guys, we're all going to wind up paying for each other's freaking insurance costs in the future, just so you know. So if you go and park your car in a stormy area, I don't want to pay for that. You pay for that. Go do that. You know, back when I was like in college, one of my buddies had a like at that time. What's up, Soren and Cake? How you doing? The Cake. Yeah, there we go. One of my buddies had like a Nissan Altima. At that time, it was a brand new Nissan Altima. It was a very nice car at that time. It was the 3.5 V6, the 2006 model year. And I think this must have been like 2007. So it was like legit a brand new car, right? I think it was a year-old lease car. You know, it just so happened they parked the car in an area that has really, really bad drainage of water. And I guess stormwater backed up and covered like the rear seat, you know, like on a diagonal, totaled the whole car. The car was fine. It was like fresh water. Like, what are these insurance companies doing, man? Why are they raising our insurance cost as a whole? Like, who are these individuals making these decisions? They are so unethical, right? Anyways, we'll continue. We got Mix RCs here in the stream. Anyway, guys, if you want any more insurance scams, don't ask me. I'm not the guy to go to them. I drive an old Prius, okay? And a Grand Marquis. I like low insurance costs. In fact, in many other countries, I'm quite sure insurance is not a requirement for you to carry, but like you should carry it, right? But here, of course, they rape you. It's a matter of time, I believe. It's a matter of time before we all begin to see EVs. We're going to be paying for those EVs right now. You know, like people be getting out there, those EVs. We're all like, oh, cool. Oh, man, look at that Tesla. What's up, Mad Mike? I just sent you an email back on that cereal, bro. I appreciate you reaching out. But let me just talk a little bit about them EVs, you know. So the thing is with these EVs, they're unrepairable. They have one flaw with the battery or anything. They claim that you broke it, right? Because the battery packs are so expensive that any warranty cost on an electric vehicle is they total the car out. So what do you think is going to happen? Oh, your buddy over there. I love Teslas, okay? Don't get me wrong, bro. I like them. They're awesome. They're fucking awesome. I would have bought one in case, but Melissa was being a crybaby. You didn't want an EV, okay? Melissa said, I want an ICE engine. I want an ice baby. Let's go get a slushie at 7-Eleven. That's what she said to me. But of course, I actually do like the Model Y. The Model Y is really, really sickening, especially with the government incentives. But the situation is, yo, what's up, Joe, sir? How you doing? Happy to see you here. Joe, sir, been watching all of the older videos lately. I appreciate that. You know, you've seen how far I've come and the number of multiple chins I've grown. But for real, guys, it's just because like the gym I go to has been closed. I'm gonna lose weight, okay? I'm gonna get back to my peak physical fitness form. We're gonna keep doing pull-ups with the Primal MTs and doing push-ups with the T-Max on the bench. That's what we did. Now, the thing is with these damn EVs, man, their repair costs are just so astronomically high that their insurance companies are just simply going to total them out for you. And you know what's going to happen? Everybody is going to pay for it, okay? And I don't like that. I don't like that. Why are they making us do that? It's like, I got no kids. Why do I got to pay a shit ton of my taxes to the school system? I don't want to do that either, okay? Anyways, can't you know, I mean, we pretend to be living in democracy. This is basically the Democrats, okay? Now, I'm all for supporting the greater good, but what they're doing is giving away the country wealth. You know, the people that are giving it away are basically, they have generational wealth. You know, they're not concerned with our problems. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I have a couple bosses at work. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple bosses at work. And there's like a thing going around right now. They're trying to give some employees a work from home schedule. What's up, Pitbull Air Cooled? Yeah, those are facts. They're trying to give some people a work from home schedule. And of course, the main boss that's in charge of this. You guys ready for this? Sorry, I'm bullshitting here with you a little bit. I'm a little angry. You know, the main boss that's in charge of the work from home schedule, of course, he's a workaholic, right? He likes to go to the office every day. He has no family. He doesn't drive a car. He lives like 10 minutes away from the office. He makes a shit ton of money. So he's like, why do these losers want to work from home? Why do they want to do it? You know, it's like our government. That's what I'm saying. Our decisions the decisions that impact the everyday person, the 99%ers, are being made by the 1% that doesn't understand the problem. And the problem is they have generational wealth, all right? Generational wealth will trick you, all right? Anyways, let's continue with the Nitro. Otherwise, we'll never finish here, guys. Some updates on the other HPI that was being worked on yesterday. This particular RS43 right here. We will have a special T3.0 engine coming for it in the near future. Special channel gift from Terra Curry. So basically, the only option I have with this chassis, with a dead T15, is a T3.0 engine. There's really no other option if you want to make this drivable. There's legit nothing you could do. Okay, let's just keep it going. All right? All right. Anyway, sickening. I appreciate that. Now, we're going to get down to this engine, guys. There's a big-ass fat problem with this. And I'm going to show it to you right now. The main problem is in this bag. I don't know if you could see the main problem that's in this bag. I guess you can like guess what it could be. I'll tell you what it is or what it isn't. But the problem is in this bag. Okay, it's the bag problem. You know, I put the problem in the bag. I tried to isolate it. Dan Davidson is correct. Damn, you're always correct, bro. Sickening. The clutch. The clutch. So I see most of you guys are saying clutch. The thing is, this is not busted. It's not busted. It's a different style of clutch. Now, I'm going to show you what the style of clutch is. Now, I do own one other vintage vehicle that has this. Let me show you the clutch shoes. Okay, let me show you the clutch shoes. Okay, let me get real over here with you. Let me get real. It's not the engine. For the first time ever, we don't have an engine problem. We have another problem. It's fine. You know, today I was looking around at like the used Teslas. They're selling like a pretty nice Model 3, like 140K on it. I just don't understand how a Tesla Model 3 can get 140K. Do you understand how that could even happen? That's more than the total discharge cycles those batteries can take. How is that possible? Are they lying? Is it on its 8th battery? Okay, so here's the problem. What's up, my friend Woogie, Nitro? Here are the original clutch shoes that I took off from this engine. You guys notice anything funny about them? Other than they're dirty, whatever. Don't look at the dirt. Dirt doesn't matter right here. What's unique about them? Okay. You notice anything weird? I'm gonna have to give you guys a closer up view. Sorry about this right now. It's kind of like the front camera on this recording device is a little sickening. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a closer up view. By the way, I've also found, if you saw the thumbnail to this video, a sickening RC magazine. This one I have never actually reviewed. It has the original review on the off the Twin Titan, and it has many other interesting things. We might take a look at this later, depending on how it goes. All right. Now, Terra Curry goes, the color is the problem. So, let me get close, and I will show you what the problem is. Otherwise, I would have already put the engine back on, right? But I didn't. Now, why didn't I do that? Am I trying to generate content for the channel? No, because I'll always have RCs to fix, so, not really. Okay, so let me show you right now. Let me get down and personal over there. Hold on. Gotta set it up. Then we'll do a little overview of this chassis, okay? But I'm sure many people here have seen an RC10GT before. In fact, I think it's going to be Stadium Truck, what's today's month? January. Stadium Truck January. How you doing? All right, so let me get down to business here and I'll show you guys. All right. Oh, Josser, thank you for that gift membership once again. I know yesterday we got a couple channel members. All right, let me leave this right here. I'm going to give you a little close-up of the clutch. The clutch is a situation. Don't worry about the color. It's not the color. But as I'm pointing out the clutch. Oh, what's up, Oscar Aquendo? Yes, guys, as I mentioned before, this RC10GT was donated by Oscar Aquendo. Guys, I want you to know, I never forget a channel gift, ever, and I never sell them. Okay, they're always going to be made great again. So once again, special thanks to Oscar Aquendo, who hooked me up with this RC10GT. And it's taken me literally about 2 years. I will be honest with you, it's taken me 2 years to get to this because I legit forgot to do it. You know, that's my fault. But it will be made great again. So the question is, what's the deal with this clutch? I don't want to say there's something totally wrong with it. But I do want to say, who became a channel member? I don't know. Someone today? I'll check it out later. Richard Miller goes, it's burnt. Yes or no, but where does the clutch spring go? That's really the question. Where does the clutch spring go? We have a comment here from RC Misadventures. I appreciate your viewership, man, and your contribution. What's up, Benjamin Martinez? A happy Sunday. So this is, in fact, a proper two-shoe clutch. That is the flywheel. As you could tell, the pins are really, really short. It looks like they were trimmed. Where does the clutch spring go? I don't see a clutch spring, do you? Well, that's the intricate design of this clutch, guys. That's why I called it a weird clutch design. I'm not saying it's broken. It's not broken. This is what you call a clutch that kind of opens up and just it's always engaged. It's not broken. That is how they are. Neil Ostrowski goes, they don't use clutch springs. That's right. I'm happy you pointed that out. So basically, this clutch design is as simple as they come. Now, the reason I disassembled this, guys, there's a reason why I disassembled this. Let me put this on. I'm quite sure it spins this direction. I think it's this. I think it's this direction. So when you pull the pull starter, let me make sure. No, it goes the other direction. So it would need to be this direction. Okay, I need a picture of how these. I think it's this direction. Yeah, it must be this direction, I think. So what happens is this would simply just spin and engage on its own. Yeah, the clutch shoe is not cut. This is how it is. Let me make sure I got it correctly centered. Okay, I think it's supposed to be this way. Yeah. So that's how it is, guys. There's no spring holding it together. Literally, this is always engaging to a degree. And this is actually the reason why I first went to examine the clutch, guys. This is the design. Old school RCs. KP, how you doing, my friend? Old school RCs. This is the design they used to have. The clutch would simply just swing open and engage with the flywheel. There's nothing sickening about that, but I will say I don't like the design. But Bob's RC goes nice. Yes, I don't like the design. The reason is that is the reason why I disassembled all of this to begin with. Now, you're probably asking yourself, well, Hybrid Bro, why are you complaining over here? Right? Go ahead. You could say that. It's fine. You could say that. Hey, I ain't gonna, you're allowed your opinion. Sometimes I complain. Those are facts. What are you gonna do? Facts exist just like nuance. They all exist. Right? Now, the problem is, hold on, I've got a lighting problem over here. You guys know I care about lighting, right? All right. The problem is, this is a pretty proprietary size clutch belt. I can't just simply replace it. So what happens is when the engine spools up, even at idle, guys, oh, you know what? I got to remove this. This has like a flange bearing in the front. Let me remove this flange bearing. KP, no, there's no clutch disc. This is literally how I disassembled it, Yeah. Mad Mike goes, I need to get one of those Cox dune buggies. Dude, I've been looking. They are impossible to find. I gave up. So let me remove this here for a little. I have some of the parts just here sitting, but I think I was supposed to remove this ahead of time. Okay, there we go. It's like a flange bearing. Very important you get this correct. All right, otherwise this thing won't fit. All right, so remove the flange bearing. Let me just put it to the side. Problem is I don't remember which other bearings I need here now. But, so, the clutch belt would sit like so. There it goes. It spins. It's a spinner. Okay, I think I got to adjust some of the shims though. But it's a spinner basically. There's really not much I can do with this. So basically when the engine is turning, these shoes will just simply swing open no matter what. They're always going to be engaged. Is what I'm saying. It's a matter of how. It's kind of a weird design. I actually do have another Nitro chassis that has this design. You guys want to know which one? It's an old Thunder Tiger. So I've seen this design before. But first, I actually thought it was missing a clutch spring. So what can I even do with this? I personally don't like this design. It's like the world's worst design. I guess it's effective if you just want to go forward. But if you want to go somewhere forward and actually stop and not have your engine die, yeah, Terrakurgo's not too wild about this yet. This is why they look burnt. Because technically, even under very, very low idle RPM, the clutch shoe is always going to be engaged with the clutch belt at all times, no matter what you do. That's why it looks like that, right? And that's in fact why, like when I first disassembled this, I thought that we had like a bad clutch. But in fact, that's the design of this clutch belt. So I guess what I'll do for now, you guys, I'm going to wait for some of your opinions on what we can do. Because technically, I cannot simply go replace clutch belts. I have to use this clutch belt. This is the original clutch belt that it came with. And if I use something else, it won't be a direct fit on this RC10GT. You know what I'm saying? Forget about the fact that somebody trimmed the crap out of this body and killed it. That's something else. But I was having a conversation today with Benjamin Martinez, and we were talking about, old school stadium trucks. And I know many of you guys in the stream here including Terra Curry and Benjamin Martinez, recently picked up the, the accelerator. In fact, I might actually have one in this magazine we have tonight with us. We might have a Nitro accelerator in this magazine, guys. I'll take a look at it. So the question is, what can I even do? Let me look at the comments. Rings goes, forget the brakes. You don't need the brakes, you know? All right. Now, Terra Curry goes, how about other clutch shoes? So the problem is this clutch is... Let me get another clutch. I'll show you. Just for size comparison, right? For size comparison, I picked up 2 clutches. These ones, this one right here is a Traxxas clutch on the right side. The one on the left, it's like some HSP .18 size clutch, right? It's garbage. The spring on the HSP clutches are like super, super weak. You can move this with like a toothpick. I don't know why. Do they even know that these springs sucked from the factory? They're terrible. You know, none of these fit inside this clutch belt. Does this one fit? No. You see that? It doesn't even fit. It's nowhere close to being the right size. Like, this is some old school RC10GT stuff. Like, it won't even fit, you know, even if I try to push it. And this one is exceptionally worn. This one is worn beyond recognition. And this one, it's larger than the clutch belt. You see that? There's just no way. Yeah, so I'm basically stuck using these clutch shoes right now. I need to really look at what people did to convert, because this flywheel would have to be obviously converted. And this clutch belt would be converted. So that's kind of the problem right now. It's a sizing issue. Now, this does have adjustable gear mesh. So I'm not actually 100%, you know, relegated to using this. I don't have to 100% use this. But in terms of how it was from the factory, this seems like how it was. This seems to have been the original clutch. Something I have to look at, guys. I don't know. It's a little bit of a mystery to me, to be honest with you. So let me ask you all a question. What do you want me to do? You want me to assemble back the clutch as it is right now, or what? And do a little test drive like as it is? By the way, this is like an RC10GT pipe right here. The original pipes, that's what they look like. Similar to like the Team Associated, you know, TC3 style, whatever. Many people use these pipes. They're pretty good. Pretty hard to find this style header these days, like these 180-degree headers. Pretty hard to find. This engine has really crazy compression, by the way, in case you're wondering. The Megatech M16, this was a 1 horsepower .16 engine. It was a direct fit for a T-Max. In fact, as I said before, guys, I owned this when it was brand new. And it had such crazy compression. Man, it was sickening compression, is what I will say. Booster RC, go slap it in together. All right, let's assemble it, because there's nothing else I can do right now with this setup right now as it is. Let me get down to business. I'll try to like fix some of these shims over here. I was thinking of what else I can do, but there's honestly nothing else I can do at this point. Just because of the way the system is designed. By the way, you guys want to give me a little high five for the lighting. You understand the lights I got going on here? Oh my goodness, it's sickening lights. You know how hard it is to get proper lighting from all angles with no shadows? Tell me if you see any shadows anywhere. Okay, don't look under the suspension arm. That's not fair. There's no shadows, right? Okay, let's, I'm going to try to just assemble the clutch belt back and keep it how it is for now. I think that's really the only thing I could do at this point. The question is, do I have the rest of the parts? Okay. Yeah. Terra Curry goes super sickening lighting. I know, man. It's not easy being a light master. Okay, so we have some other engine parts. I think these are actually screws from something else. These are not these. Why did I take these screws out? I don't know why I took them out. So this uses a clip like the Traxxas engines. Pretty convenient. So notice the pilot shaft isn't threaded. There's no thread going in, right? Yeah. All right, so let's start beginning. I'll take off some of these bearings. I think I have some of them misaligned. Okay, that should be okay. Guys, we can confirm that the clutch shoe should definitely be opening this direction, right? I think they should be opening this direction, I think, yeah. Okay. Cassandra Waters goes, when are you going to do another video on the Thunder Tiger? You know, I should probably do it soon. You are correct. The last video I did on the Thunder Tiger, I had a hard time starting it, but it did start. But that was really tough starting. So let's put it in here. I'm not sure if this goes on the inside there. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the inside, the Teflon washer. And then on top we'll put in the flanged bearing. These bearings are called flanged bearings, guys. Sometimes you gotta use these. So basically there's like a little flange. Oh, it's magnetized too. It sticks out from the other side of the bearing. If you don't use this kind of bearing, you're gonna have a hard time seating it. I hope I put the washer in the right position. I might have not put it in the right position. Okay, it looks okay. Does it look okay? Thinking the washer might go on the bottom. Let me smack that in a little bit, because I don't have that much space there on the pilot shaft. Oh, Xavier's RC Adventures, bro. Thank you for that. A donation for the Taco Bell fund. Could always use some tacos. Let me bang the seal back. Not the seal. You know what? I think I messed up with that washer. I'm going to have to bang this in a little bit now. Sickening. Well, it's okay. It's trial and error, you know. It's like I disassembled this so long ago, I don't even remember now. Let me bang this in. All right, I think it's. I'm not sure if it's correct or not right now. No. Oh no, you know what? That's normal position. My bad. That flange doesn't go down any lower. That's normal position, guys. That's normal position. All right, so I'm gonna just put in the clip. Yeah, this is like some vintage clutch stuff over here going on. We're gonna put this in. Hopefully we don't lose the clip. If we do, we'll just get another one. It's no big deal. We're not crybabies about clips, right? Clip lives don't matter. Thumbnail lives matter, but my thumb's really bad. Gotta get like some cream or something. All right, let me do this off camera because like I'm gonna mess up. You know, guys, thumbnail lives matter, literally. I think I'm almost there. All right, that's fine. I don't know. I don't think it's fine. It's not spinning that freely now. I think there's something wrong with that washer. Notice also the giant gap we have right here. I'm not quite sure now. This might not be the original clutch bell. Why do we have such a giant gap right there? Something is misassembled, for sure. We shouldn't have such a big gap. It barely even moves. All right, we gotta examine this. This gap is too huge. Plus, it doesn't move. Okay, I gotta disassemble this now, guys. Okay, give me a minute again. We got a giant gap. It's gapped, like people do in Hondas. All right, I'm gonna have to redo this now. I don't know why it's like that. Yep, gap too huge. Let's remove this bearing again. Man, even the most basic stuff. Okay. All right. So that bearing, no, not the bearing. Let's see. I'm thinking I'm not gonna use the washer. I'm thinking I'm not gonna use the small washer. What do you guys think? Don't use the washer, or use the washer? Go ahead. Tell the NitroGang your opinion. Your opinion matters on this channel, unlike the opinion of the public in the current government. Okay, I'm not gonna use it because like there's nothing I could do. Why does it sit like that though? I think I see the problem. The bottom bearing is flanged as well. I'm quite adequately sure the bearing on the inside should not be flanged. Or else I can remove, there's another washer at the bottom over there. I'm quite sure that should not be flanged. All these little things matter, guys. That's because it's like vintage crap over here, you know? Gotta lift that up. That's on there pretty good. Well, this is why I stopped working on this. If the bottom bearing is flanged, it's basically raising our clutch bell. Let me assemble this without the bearing on top. You see that? The gap is huge on the clutch bell. Look at that gap. If I press it down, it doesn't go any further. That is most likely because of that flange on the bearing. I've never seen two flanged bearings being used on a crankshaft like this. Anybody ever seen two? Is everybody aware of what I mean by flanged bearings? Or am I talking to myself? If I am, that's okay. I'm used to it. Okay? Some of us talk in their sleep. I'm not one of those people. All right. Let me, I'm going to try to remove this off video. Give me a second, guys, okay? For now, just chill and look at the RC10GT. I got to remove this off video. Hold on. There's something wrong here. All right. I'm getting the flange off. All right. I slid it up a little bit. I slid that bearing up. It's almost like seized to the crankshaft. So that bottom portion right there, it's keeping my clutch belt from going all the way down. Jeremy Stone goes, could that bearing be backwards? It can't. It can't. You know why? Because the inside race, that thinner race, the race on top, would only be able to fit into the top of the clutch bell on that side, right? So if I flipped it upside down, it wouldn't, the inside race would not go into the clutch belt partition. So it cannot be that. What's going on there, Steve? Masaman. He goes, try to remove the washer under the inner bearing. That's what I'm going to try to do now. I actually just discovered there's two washers there. So guys, we'll try to do it. Probably try to remove these two washers. Notice there's actually two washers there. Right? They're thin, so it's not going to be that much of a difference. Yeah. Cash Murray, how you doing? Cash Murray goes, he's never seen a flange bearing. A lot of these older setups, that's how they work. You know, because technically the flange bearing would go on top of your clutch bell right there, and you have no need for a washer. That is essentially your washer, you know. Hey, DST James. Let me remove this now real crazily right here. Okay. Please don't cut my hands. Okay. We got it, baby. We got it. Yeah, so there's actually another washer and another washer. So now we have ourselves access to just the crankshaft with nothing. You guys let me know if the quality is okay, and we will continue. What I'll do, I mean, we basically have two flange bearings at this point. You know what? Let me see if this clutch bell without any bearings just like sits normal. Okay. So it does clear the clutch shoes is what I'm doing. Like if it does clear the clutch shoes, it does clear the clutch shoes. So it does clear for sure, right? What I'll do, I'll put this bearing as it was. You know what? There's probably like a groove cut onto the shaft over all this time. All right. Oh, God, that's going to be hard to seat this. I think the groove is like cut now on the clutch bell. No, on the... All right, let me just seat this now. I'm going to stick it in there real good. Okay. So I seated it. I mean, that's probably as close as it's going to get. I think this is okay. I mean, it's a little open, but like it's smooth. I think I'm just going to button it up right now, as the British like to say. We got any awesome British UK fans out here. Hopefully no one that owns a monster truck, of course, in real life and is like a real sicko. But if you're not one of those real sickos in real life, that's okay, man. The UK is sickening. All right, so I think this is the closest we're going to get it with the current bearing setup I have. Yeah, that's probably adequate, guys. What do you think? It's a little bit of a gap, but you sometimes got to gap people. You know, you got to be gapping, okay? You know, I actually do have bearings that I wanted to check out would fit, but unfortunately, of course, I lost them all again, so I'm going to have to buy them again on Amazon. Okay? Freaking, it's always how it is. You want to put some bearings in, then you lose them. All right. So what we'll do, I think, if we got everyone's approval, I'm going to button it up, as the British like to say. I'm going to put it in the boot, and I'll basically put the bearings back on top, right? I wonder. So basically on the inside bearings, it don't matter because this inside race will not touch the inside of this clutch bell anyway. Everybody understand what I'm doing? I mean, I understand it's a little weird over here. Okay, so that's it. Now it spins perfectly. See that spinach? Okay, Johnny, hell, awesome, man. Appreciate you. Got an awesome UK fan over here. Got to support the UK fans, you know? I find myself sometimes not giving you guys proper shout-outs, but I know a lot of you guys out there making Nitro great again as well. All right, so what we'll do now, the thing is all of these washers are useless. If I put this washer on top, what it will do is it will create too much. I won't be able to get a C-clip on. So these washers are pretty much useless. I'm going to put on the clip, and that's it. Guys, let's respect our UK brethren. You know, in fact, I've been to Amsterdam. It's a great area. It's a great area. All right, let's put this back in. I feel like sometimes people think I'm trolling the UK members, but I'm not. I'm only really trolling one person because he's a weirdo. All right. You know what? This thing is... oh, Jasser just gave another membership. I think... Oh, Gavin Wavy received the membership. Sickening. Gavin Wavy been here for a long time. He deserves it. He deserves it all and more. You know what? I think this... Gavin Wavy, man, now that you've become a channel member, that's awesome. You have... You know what? This C-clip is old. E-clip. This E-clip has been destroyed. It's not lining up that well. What I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to squeeze it a little. I have to squeeze it. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm familiar with the UK. This is not good, guys. This clip has spaced itself out. It's become space junk, which is what Elon Musk does a lot of. I have to space it out. I'm gonna have to like squeeze it together. I do have like some extra somewhere, but to be honest with you, don't know where they are right now. Because like I said, I cleaned so many things. I don't know where I put everything. Sickening. All right, so what I'll do, guys, you know, if I don't recommend you really do this, but it should work. I'm just gonna squeeze it. Like all we need is like literally 0.5 millimeter. That's it. And now I'm going to insert it back onto the crank. It should be fine. Well, we'll see what happens, you know. Don't take my word for it, but we're going to see. The proof will be in the engine pudding, as they say. You know, if it clips on and it stays, then the proof will be in the pudding, bro. Oh, Judge Joe, how you doing? And Earl Moorhead is here. All right, let's clip it in. Okay, yeah, it's still a little loose. It's but I don't think it'll come out. What do you guys think? It's a little loose, but it's not gonna come out. It's a little too loose. But it spins really good, and there's no lateral movement. It's a little loose. I think I'm gonna have to buy a set of E-clips in the future. Yeah, Steve Mosum, yes, I have these parts somewhere. It just like right now, don't know where they are. Kind of always how it is, you know. Everyone has the parts, but they never know where they are. Never fails. Let's see. I have a screw kit right here. What's the chance of this having a C-clip? Yeah, the chance is exactly 0. Chance is 0, guys. We failed. We failed that chance. We're chance-free now. I should have some C-clips somewhere. Yeah, whatever. It'll be fine. If it pops off, we'll just get another one. It's like a standard size C-clip. So, check it out. Look at the spinach. And also, I'm moving the clutch bell with my hands like laterally, right? No movement at all. It was incorrectly assembled. That's beautiful. That's beautiful spinach. A little gap, but there's nothing else I can do about that, you know? That's right. Pitbull air-cooled Ghost. Give it a little squeeze while on the shaft. I'm gonna give that a shot. I was gonna try that right now, but you beat me to it, man. Too smart. Thing is, it kind of pops back a little bit when I do it. I'm gonna do it a little bit because it's hard to get it correctly. You see that? It's still loose. Okay, I got it. I'm gonna squeeze it right now. I'm gonna squeeze it real good. Yeah, it's literally the same. Whatever. We're gonna keep it. If it pops off, I'll know. It's not the end of the world. If it pops off, whatever. All right, guys. That's what we did for now. By the way, I just want to have a moment of silence for whoever. Like, you know, this RC was obviously, like, I didn't cut the body post on this. I mean, the body at all. You know, every time I talk about this model, I always say, don't cut out giant holes in the body. Because, like, this window structure is part of the roof, right? You need it to support the roof. You know what happens if you don't got it? Right here. Like, one flip, you understand, it would kill this entire structure. Like, this is not like like a real car where you have, you know, interior support. There's no interior support. So they murdered it. Also, notice all these little useless cutouts everywhere. All of this stuff is super tough to cut out. Like, I don't know why anyone would do that. Even like that, that's tough to cut out, you know. I guess it looks okay. But the thing is, if your Nitro is overheating and you think that cutting out the entire upper body is going to help it, then you don't know how to tune, okay? Then you need to learn some tuning, okay? That's what you need to do. All right, we got RC Cape Cod. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Lotus 420 goes, that is great. Splinach. Yeah, that is called a crime, goes Terra Curry. It's honestly a crime. Like, you know, so let's say I mount it from the rear end like this, right? You mount it, well, you guys have seen the rear. And this was a fairly exceptionally painted body. Like, somebody spent money on painting this body. This is no joke, right? Because this would have been like a regular clear shell. So somebody spent real good money on painting it. And then they cut out every part of the upper support that matters. Now, you know, I got nothing wrong with cutting out like a circle in the front. Yeah, Shade Nitro remains who goes, who killed that body? Not me, bro. Not me. And I will make sure that everybody knows about it, you know? Now, it's normal. It's normal that you cut out like a hole in the front using like a body reamer. But like a circle, right? It's really good to do a circle because the circle doesn't really split, right? If you do like these sharp corners, like we have sharp corners all over, the first rollover you have, it will just continue to crack. Like, it's going to be cracked. You're going to be crackening, okay? What do our people around the other side of the world say? That's cracking? That's cracking? Is that like a phrase they use, cracking? Okay. Anyways, it was cracking. Now it's cracked. Well, let's remove it. All right, guys. At this point, I'm basically just going to install the engine back in. Like, there's nothing else I can do. All right? There's literally nothing else I can do. Now, another situation I kind of ran into, this pull starter, as you could tell, is not original. I think when I got this, it might have not had a pull starter. And, of course, I went to my parts bin and, like, found the pull starter. So, you know, we're literally, that's why if you look at it, the handle is right next to the hot pipe. That is not how you want to handle your hot pipe. Okay, it's not how you want to do it. All right, let's just try to install this back in for now. Let me see what screws I got over here. Basically, someone tried to murder this real good. But the engine has very, very high compression. Let me spin it over. I'm going to spin it over for you to this side. Oh, it's really good compression. And it's not seized. This engine ran. I ran it. The problem is, as soon as the clutch opens, you know, the idle, even at idle, it goes forward. There's like nothing you could do about it. It's kind of like the main situation, you know? Otherwise, I would have been running this in like a shit ton of videos by now. But now I can't because they try to kill it. All right, where are my screws? Guys, I had some screws somewhere. Anybody found? Oh, they're right here. thank God. The main screws, okay. I should have had 4 of them. Do I have 4 of them? Damn, don't tell me these are 2 millimeters or SAE. Come on, guys. Let's hope they're not SAE. Okay, thank God they're not SAE. Okay, whew, they're not SAE. That's a big surprise. Okay. Let's start screwing this thing in, you know? Well, basically nothing else I could do. Because I like to demonstrate how cars run as they're supposed to be. And I'm not quite sure if this is the original clutch because, like, it's so bad. There's no way it could be that bad. All right, by the way, let's just take a little look at the chassis before I assemble the engine. The shocks are pretty okay. I would say they could use a little shock oil. But they're not like anything even like an Armor when you open up the box. They're like nowhere close to that. Huh. Am I missing something here in the front? How come we have screws sticking out the front bumper and they're not screwed into anything? So somebody tried to murder this. I don't think this is supposed to be that way. Interesting. Whatever. Let's not complain too much. We're just gonna screw it in. So we have 4 screws. All of them have some form of gear mesh adjustment to a degree. Well, I don't want to say it's gear mesh adjustment, but holy moly. We got some RC murderers this weekend, guys. All right, let's screw it in. Yeah, Steve Massaman goes, it's missing the plastic bumper. Damn, I thought it was missing something. That's all right. All right, let's screw it in. Well, missed that one. Xavier has a question. What's going on, man? Yeah, it looks like we're missing a bumper. Actually, just noticed that. All right, let me get one of them in a little bit. Got a question here from Xavier. I'm waiting for, he goes, ran the Jado today. The 3-in-1 goes in the carb, right? Just a few drops. Yes, yes. You know, to be honest with you, you don't need to put after-run oil after every run. There's really no need. I can devote a little more time to that. The thing is, every time you remove the carb, you know, you're really risking getting dirt in there. Like, no matter what you do. Oh, crap. Let me get this in straight better. Long ago, you know, I always ran after-run oil. But, like, modern nitro fuels are so good. You really don't need after-run oil every time. Like, you know, unless you're not running it for, like, a year. What do you guys think about that? Oh, man, there's something wrong with this thread. This one's not going in. Let me get another one in. Let me get another one in. Hold on. Something going on with this thread. Okay, this one's okay. So once I get the screws in, I'll do a little gear mesh adjustment. And I think I should have a Fly Sky receiver in this already. Oh. Yeah, Xavier RC goes cleaning the air filter. Yes. Also, when you install the air filter, you always want to wipe like the entire base. You know, because there's oil in the filter. It drips down a little bit sometimes. It is so easy to get like a speck of dirt into the carb venturi. It's so easy. I never put the air filter back on without checking the carb venturi for any kind of dirt. And if there's dirt, what I'll do is I'll put like a dab of oil onto a cotton ear swab, and I'll get the dirt out, bro. Because I'm telling you, that little piece of dirt will give you a bad day. All right, it's almost, the gear mesh is almost okay. Let me screw it in a little bit, and then we'll tighten it. Pretty convenient engine mount system. You know, 4 screws. Notice how wide the engine mount actually is. So we're using these screws and these screws. It's not like 4 regular screws that have all of the tension, the torque going directly to like the bottom. It's pretty good setup. Okay, let me just check this gear mesh now. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna move it out a little. All right, now I'm going to press the engine down and turn it in. Turn it in a little bit, check it again. Nope, it's too loose now. Now it's too loose. We got to move it closer. See what happens when you torque the screws down, when you're too close to, when you torque the screws down, it tends to move your engine a little bit. Okay, now that should be okay. All right. All right, that's good. I'm going to tighten it down. I'll show you guys the gear mesh right now. Nitro Power 2025, how are you, man? Hello to you. Welcome to the channel. Don't know if you're a new viewer, but if you're new, or if you're old, or if you're just chilling, thank you. Oh man, that screw is stripped. That screw is a stripper. These are like low quality screws, no wonder. All right, let's check out the gear mesh. Of course, the wires run like right next to the freaking everything. Check that out. Perfect gear mesh, guys. That is perfecto. Okay? If I knew how to speak Italian, I would say something in Italian about perfect. But I don't know how to speak Italian, so I'll say bueno, muy bueno. That's Spanish, everybody. And no, I am not Spanish, but I do love the Spanish language, the Spanish food, the Spanish culture, and Spain in general. It's a fantastic area. Well, let's put back together the wires. You know what I'll do? What I did just notice, didn't notice this before. The power wire, I think with age, has gotten really, it's harder than it's normally supposed to be. Like the wire, the plastic on the outside has hardened. It should be okay for now. Notice we also have an upgraded RPM receiver cover. Normally, these did not have receiver covers. I'm quite sure they didn't. Now, I wonder if we can find an RC10GT in an old magazine. Guys, look at the rear plushness of the shocks. Okay, they're a little crooked, but like, look at the plushness. Oh, I see why. Our shock popped out of the... Oh. Okay, yeah. All right, check it out. Pretty plush, right? I mean, it needs a little more preload. All right. Yeah, they didn't have a receiver cover. So these normally came without a receiver cover. This was an optional RPM enclosed receiver cover. So yeah, no receiver cover. Let me connect the throttle lever back. I'm going to have to clip this in with pliers. All right, that's good. That's basically all I can do for now. The pipe, let me just secure the pipe. All right, the pipe is good. This is not the real pipe holder, unfortunately. Somebody killed it. All right, so we got the exhaust line over here. And the fuel line I'll install later. It's basically going to go over there, whatever. I'm going to leave the fuel line as it is right now. We're not going to mess with the fuel line. Pretty sickening chassis. This also has a ball diff in the rear. You know, one of the parts I would honestly like to 3D print would be a spur gear. It's pretty common to strip the spur gear in these. But if I could 3D print one, I'll be happy. In fact, I think all of these parts, like if I had a proper STL file to print it, it would be very good. Let me see. Do I have batteries in there? Oh, yeah. We have batteries in there. This thing is a runner, guys. I've ran it, all right? But I don't remember which receiver it is. We have a Futaba servo. We have an adjustable servo saver here, kind of like... Notice how interesting a lot of the stuff that Team Associated did. They use plastic nuts on top. This is how it was, basically plastic, right? But all of this is it's pretty good design. Like, nothing wrong with it, you know? There's the steering linkage right here. Yeah, Terra Curgos, these are a lot of fun. Yeah, these drive great. So I wouldn't say it's a massive amount of, you know, pretty adequate design. This is called what, like direct steering? Or no, this is belt crank. I'm not sure, is this belt crank? The JATO steering is a little more advanced. One of the big issues we have bearings for the wheels. So these don't have hubs. And also the rear wheels. The rear wheels use, what the hell kind of nut is that? They use, basically the pin goes directly into the wheel. You know, so it's a little bit of an odd design. But I mean, that's it. The engine is back installed, guys. We have very good gear mesh. One thing I gotta kind of worry about is to make sure this power wire doesn't rub against the spur gear. I don't really like this design. I think it's supposed to go towards behind the carb. What do you guys think? I think it's supposed to go behind the carb. All right. So my carb is pretty good. It's oiled. I'm not gonna put anything in. I think the power wire is supposed to go behind the carb. Anybody here know? Oh crap! I already did this linkage. It's supposed to go behind the linkage, I think, to not interfere. I have to remove this linkage now. It's supposed to go behind the linkage. That's very important. These little things, guys. You break that wire, you're gonna be good luck finding a new one. Although this is really just a regular power switch, it's not that exciting. Yeah, Terracotta goes, the pipe tube is enormous. I know. That's how it was. I'll eventually shorten it because, like, I'll probably use this fuel line somewhere else. But let me remove this and move the power wire under it. Okay. We could relocate the power wire behind the throttle. Yeah, there we go. These little things are very, very important, guys. If you have that power wire chafing, it's just a matter of time before you kill it. All right. Okay, what I'll do, since I have the carb off already, I'm going to put a little 3-in-1 in there. But the engine is fine. Okay, good comment there from Mighty Mike. He goes to change the wheel hubs in the front over to the Traxxas Rustler. Yes, yes. If you guys are looking for modern wheels with hubs, you can use Rustler wheels in the front. Put some oil in there. That's enough, like 6 drops. But this engine ran not too long ago. Well, like a year ago. So it should be okay. You don't really need to do this. It's just that I already have the filter off, so I might as well. That's enough. And we'll leave it at the bottom. You know, one of the hardest parts today to get for like these vintage RCs, and I was talking about this to Benjamin Martinez today, air filters. This is, I think, like an old HSP air filter. Obviously, I just stuffed like a piece of foam in there right now. You know, this is not designed for this air filter. You're supposed to use like a proper element, but this is just temporary. It's hard to get air filters now for these small carb Venturis. That's like the biggest problem. You know what? We just probably put the fuel line in now. It'll be easier. All right, so fuel line is in. And you know what? I don't like that high idle on it. The idle is a little high. I'm going to lower the idle. That's good. Well, you can't visually see it, but trust me, it worked. All right. Man, that lighting is incredible. I'm looking at my computer right now. This lighting deserves an A+. Somebody called the lighting bureau. Also, this filter isn't aired, isn't oiled. It's just here as a protector for this moment in time right now. All right, guys, what do you think? Should we take a look at the vintage magazine? Or what? Yeah. By the way, in the description to the video, if you're looking for like a Traxxas engine, I know a lot of people out there trying to make their nitros great again, and many of them are Traxxas, right? So I did put a link to the Dynamite 19. It's in stock, and also some nitro fuel that I use, the VP fuel. So if you're looking for a Traxxas direct fit engine, click the link in the description. It'll take you to this Dynamite 19. It's pretty much the only good solution, unless you get another 3.3, you know. Boosted Baja, boosted RC, we're going to go magazine time, I promise, man. So also another thing, this is the fuel that I will be running right now. I'm on my end of the Bones Brew. I'm going to be running this one. So it's on a little sale right now. 25% nitro, 11% oil. I like that mix. Let's see what nitros we have in stock. I'm just curious right now. I did put a link to this listing. So the Serpent, I think, is out of stock right now, actually. I didn't even get to order one. I'm quite angry at myself. Let's see. So Serpent. Oh, yeah. It's still out of stock. Damn it. Serpent out of stock, guys. Well, I'm glad whoever got one, because it certainly wasn't me. All right, my dudes. Let's regroup. We got a little magazine action, don't we? I think pretty much halfway success. We figured out the clutch situation, didn't we? You know, like I said, when you're working on these, the clutches, all this stuff, it's better to keep it original. You run into so many problems that even like basic like bearings, like you saw, if you never knew what flanged bearings were, you would have been in for a surprise. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a choice, an option, because you know you're a viewer, you deserve an option. Although I certainly hope you pick the one I picked. If you don't, well, it's okay. I mean, we'll still be friends. But we got option 1 on the left. This is the one that was in the thumbnail. Option 2 on the right. The one on the left was in the thumbnail, by the way. So this has the Offner Twin Titan. This is 2003. This is 2001. You know, I think 2001, it had less of the newer nitros we know. 03 was really where the competition was hot. Okay, I'll be honest with you. The 01 still had like brush motors. It still had, you know, even the Savage wasn't out yet. You know, I'm gonna tell you guys something. In this magazine, the Savage was not out. In this magazine, the Savage was out. So that's kind of like your thing. I would recommend this one, to be honest with you. We also have Mugen, SmartTech, and a Yokomo, and some Kyosho. I would recommend the left one. What do you guys think? Man, Mike, I think I saw that Cox Dune buggy. It was too expensive. It was too much money. Let's do the left. I'm gonna pick the left. Okay, Terra Curry got the number 1. We'll do the number 1. I'm all good with number 1. Josser goes left. Yes, I would honestly have picked this one. Well, we did pick this one, so I don't have to honestly pick it. I did pick it. I mean, you picked it, so congratulations on the pick job. Right, guys, let's go. Do it. Dual engine truck, something that costs 4 G's on top also. I don't got that much money. All right. I mean, I do, but like I'm not going to spend it on RC, you know? Well, at least that one RC. Maybe like 20 of them. All right. So first ad, we got some brushed motors over here. Pretty good. You guys let me know how the quality is. I care about quality. You know? Quality matters. All right, we got fuel. I'm going to talk too much about the ads. I'm going to make this a little snappier. Proline. We got bodies from Proline and wheels. Team Associated Nitro TC3 over here. Pretty sickening. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, today's quality is impeccable. I'm impressed myself. We got a Tamiya electric one. Don't care about that. It's like the cover page here to the table of contents rather. We'll continue. The first 10 pages are like a waste. Okay, we have a Traxxas 2.5 ad. Pretty remarkable engine. A lot could be said about it. Many people hate them, but you really have to ask yourself, man, what was another small block rear exhaust engine that cost like 120 back then? There wasn't any. Right? There wasn't any. All right, Benjamin Martinez, bro, I'll talk to you later. You have a good night. All right, we have a Team Losi ad. These are their electric ones. We have another Team Losi. This one I never had. This is a Team Losi B4 Stealth. Basically a 2-wheel drive buggy. Competed in the same class as the Traxxas Bandit. I had a version of a Thunder Tiger of this model. Some nothing over here, some battery ads over here. You have a guy with an antenna in his face, you know. You never want to miss a guy with a proper antenna in his face. Because literally, I'm usually that guy. Okay, so I appreciate when you got a proper antenna in your face. Right? Here, they're saying AM is okay. Do I really need an FM radio? Oh man, this is fun stuff right here. I'm going to read this. It's going to be fun. Do I really need an FM radio? I've heard that it's important to have FM, but I want to get started with Duratrax Evader and it only comes with an AM radio. Sickening. Good question. Do I really need an FM radio? That was funny. Come on, guys. I mean, today we can laugh at it. It's funny. Yeah, Richard Miller knows all about the eye pokage. All right, we got a Traxxas bolt. This was like the Emax based bolt, basically 14.4 volt, same as the Emax, but like in a bolt. Mark DiVincenzo goes, need a nitro dryer. Yeah, man, dude, my dryer is on the hiatus right now. It broke. Right, we got some XTM engines. I know we got a lot of fans of XTM. I know Benjamin Martinez has this exact engine that's brand new. The XTM, it was called the 24.7. This was a big powerhouse engine back in the day. Big powerhouse. Many people ran them. Let me give you a little bit better of a view. Many people ran these XTM engines in a T-Max. Of course, with like a big block conversion. There really weren't many low-end big block engines back then, you know? Hey, where RC here goes, hey, Hybrid, besides the battery eating, is the JR XS3 a good radio? Yes. The XS3 means it's synthesized. So it's not really a 2.4 gigahertz system, but you can adjust it to, like, you know, the receiver. You know, if in modern day, I would say get a FlySky GT5, get a 2.4 gigahertz system. It's just significantly better. It's a good price and no battery eating. You know what I mean? But the JR XS3 is also a phenomenal radio for its time period. All right, let's continue, everybody. All right, what time is it right now? I promised Melissa I would only do this for an hour. If it's over an hour, she's going to slap me. All right. All right, Christina and Terry, man, thank you for stopping by. See you later. You know, today, I don't know, I just felt like a little Nitro video, you know? This doesn't always happen, but when it does, it's fun. It's fun for everybody. Kyosho Mini Z, they still make them. Let's see, we got some ads. The XTM Exterminator. I do have that buggy. Don't really care much about it. We got the Sen CT4S. I think this is actually rated to be one of the fastest 10-scale small blocks there are. I think these were claimed to hit 74 miles an hour, which in real life they hit 60. Okay, Sen was a bunch of liars. All right. Now, let's see. We got OS. Some nonsense at the bottom. I don't care about that. Yeah, Melissa may be asleep, but you know what she's going to do tomorrow? She's going to fire up the slime on her lunch break and scold me. She's going to scold me real good. We got Miss Yamaguchi on the left and Miss Yakimoto on the right. Okay? But we got a Nitro in the middle. Okay? So what do you want? Yagamuchi or Yakamura? Which one you want? Personally, I take a nice Prius. Sickening. Here we have some, whatever. I'm not going to talk about Torsen clutches. Doyler, yeehaw, how you doing? He goes, what is your basher? My go-to basher is basically a T-Max, like a green T-Max that I have. You know, I don't really like to drive in, like, bad weather because, like, you know, what am I trying to demonstrate? That I can make a Nitro dirty? Like, I'm not going to do that, you know? I mean, I used to do it, but, like, now I don't need to do that, you know? But I guess it's fun for a while. Let's see, here's really nothing interesting, just a bunch of whatever. Kyosho FW05. Something else, a Tamiya. I'm gonna cover everything. We gotta make this snappy. It's real snappy. We got Terra Crusher promo over here. The red Terra Crusher. I always wanted the red body. Oh my God, Nitro Queen Melissa still up. Yo, boo. I thought I put you to bed. What's going on? You up? Trying to spy on us here in the back? This is NitroGang stuff. Okay, you're off duty right now, Melissa. You're off duty. Okay, we got a sickening ad for the Sport Max. A legend for being almost useless. But we still like him. So the Sport Max was basically a stripped down T-Max. This was what you call a Nitro stripper. Now, how is it stripped? Notice it says spool. Yep, it was spooled. And it had a pull start. Basically, they said, hey, man, we need more people to buy a T-Max. but we need people to pay less for it. So what did they do? Well, they gave it one speed, they got rid of the reverse, and they put a spool in the back. That's what they did. All right? So let's see. And then what they would do is they would sell you a four-wheel drive module, and they would sell you a reverse module. And you had to buy everything to go back to the T-Max. Today, the Sport Max is relatively is unique, and you're going to pay a good amount of money for them. But basically, I wouldn't say it's any better. It's a single speed. It was slow. Same engine, same drivetrain, but less features. All right, guys. My nose is getting stuffy. I'm still sick, just so you know. We got a Factory Team TC3. This is blue is good. Okay? Blue is good. Eric Neitz, congratulations on your Savage. You're a Savage guy for having one. All right, that's the O'Donnell cooling head that my TC3 has actually as well. Carbon fiber. I've never seen one with carbon fiber upper deck like this. Pretty sickening setup. This is the really rare Factory Team with the rear exhaust. Non-pull start. All right, let's continue. Blah, blah, blah. This is like blah, blah. Okay. We get the Offna LD3 Pro. I have one of these. I think I have the cheaper RTR model, though. We got Low C Triple XNT, Mr. Adam Drake. This guy does repinching now. He can pinch your engine real good. Here, just a bunch of stuff. I'm going to talk about this. We got a Thunder Tiger EK4. I was very, very close to buying one. Unfortunately, I did not buy one. But this is on my radar for a truck to get. Now, what's unique about this is the .70 size engine. That's basically what's unique about it. The largest nitro engine ever in a ready-to-run monster truck. Okay, we got a question from Una Phantasma. I'll answer your question. The question is, do I ever plan to sell my new in-box Nitro X RC? You know, I would sell it. I would sell it, man. But then again, I would have to buy another one, you know. But I would sell it, but only to buy more Nitros. It depends. Probably any of us will never in life find another Nitro XRC in a box. Oh my God, what the hell is that? It's a page cover. That's from a NitroGang Live with Mike. You guys remember my boy Mike over here? NitroGang, remember Mike? This is when we were like outside. Doing a NitroGang Live outside, and like it was hot, so we like put water on ourselves. I know it's not like a weird movie, okay? It legit happened. It legit happened, okay? It's Mike right there. All right, it's a Nitro. Nothing funny goes on with a Nitro. This ain't the Arma Gang. But the reason I had that little tab in here is so I don't miss the Super Nitro RS4. This I have this exact one. This exact one is sickening. I really do love the Super Nitro RS4 chassis. It's larger than a 10 scale. They say 20% larger. But the good thing is it uses regular 10 scale parts, which are, you know, cheaper engines, basically. That's kind of like what they were going for. A remarkable chassis. We got XTM Exterminator. I have the newer version of this buggy. Walex Bijo, how you doing? Walex Bijo, thank you for being a channel supporter here, of course, as always, man. I see you're looking to pick up a new Nitro. If you're in the United States, there's a link here for all in-stock Nitros, like in the description to this video, like after the video, you know. I would highly recommend you go pick up a Traxxas Nitro Slash or a Slayer. But stick to something with parts support like a Traxxas. It would really be, you know, sticking to something with parts support would be your best advice that I can give you, you know. And I'm giving you that advice as like someone that cares, not someone that just wants to sell you shit, you know. Okay, let's continue. We got, oh my God, I didn't even know this was in a magazine. Oh my God, I might have to save this for another video. This is pretty much solid axle monster truck attacking each other. Each of them have 3 speeds. Or does it have 2 speed? No. Hold on. Does this one have a 3 speed? No, the XTM has a 2 speed. I don't know. All right. So solid axle Nitro monster trucks were like a big thing in the 2000s, guys. Big fat thing. Luckily for us, this is still technically sold, which is the USA 1 design. The USA 1 is basically this, but this was more archaic. Now, the real cool one is actually, honestly, this one. Okay, Shade Nitro in my veins, bro. Thank you so much. I'm going to be here for like a little while longer. I'll cover a couple more pages, and then I'm going to go pet my cat, Sandy. You know, I like to snuggle up to Sandy when he's like sleepy. Because like when my cat's sleepy, he don't try to kill me. You know what I mean? They're nice when they're sleepy, bro. I tell him all the time, if we could clone you and make you better, you'd be a perfect cat. Let's continue. I don't know if this is a 3-speed. I know this is a 3-speed. But I'm also on the hunt for the X Factor. XTM X Factor. Very, very rare. So, this is the layout. Really interesting design. Rear exhaust XTM 24/7 engine. It appears to be a 5-link suspension. You know, this is prior to Traxxas Sue jobs. This had, I'm quite sure it had reverse. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the specs. The specs, dual tip muffler, cantilevered aluminum shocks, forward reverse 2-speed, 4-link, axle mounted steering servo, dual disc brake. God, this thing was awesome. This thing was sickening. This is incredible. So do we have any prices on this? Okay, so it costs $430 brand new. And then we have the Kyosho Mad Force. This is what the modern USA 1 is based on right here. You can basically see the underpinnings of the USA 1. USA 1 is a much better truck in modern day. But essentially, the USA 1 is a 20-year-old design. Here we have, you know, both of them being held really, really nicely by an RC model. I'm quite sure she doesn't know what Nitro is. She's probably thinking about, you know, could I get a first plane ticket next week with my, you know, the guy I'm going to try to troll, you know? Or is he only going to give me like a second class ticket? You know, sickening. Oh, we got a new channel member gifted by Josser. I appreciate that. Christina and Terry, congratulations. You deserve it, man. You deserve it. You deserve it. I don't know how to give it a like, but I will do it if I could. All right. Sickening. I just saw it right now. I keep track over there when I can, you know. Basically, I got like a computer, pink. It's pink to save money. What do you think, guys? I enjoy pink computers? I don't. Nobody enjoys pink computers. Literally nobody. Okay, not one person. Okay, Terry Curry goes, yeah, right? Okay, let's continue, everybody. So on the left side, we have the XTM. So we're looking at, man, this thing is actually a work of art. It's actually some custom stuff over here. I'm going to have to find one of these. Some custom. This kind of looks like a mini Primal MT. The USA 1, we could see the 3-speed trans. I'm sorry, what am I talking about? USA 1, this is the Mad Force. Here's a 3-speed on the Mad Force. Let's see what they're talking about. Basically, just some information. Really not any different than the modern USA 1, you know? Yeah, looking at suspension side by side. Yeah, the Kyosho actually was very, very troublesome. It wasn't a reliable rig from the start. And the XTM looks a little crazy. I like it. Look at that crawler-style mounted servo. That is sickening. That is some sickening servo. It appears to be a 5-link. I know they call them a 4-link, but the reality is they're still kind of a 5-link, depending what you consider the 5th link to be. Look at the drop-down spur gear. On the right, I'm going to read this right there. You can also clearly see the disc brake. That's what it says. Yeah, I could see it. Some pretty sickening design on the XTM, man, I gotta say. Here we got some action shots of both of them. Oh, we got some speed runs. Oh, wow. I'm a little surprised, guys. What's up, Bart? How you doing? The X Factor, I'm going to read what this Chiquita radar gun did at. Of course, she didn't radar gun anything because she was busy eating yogurt, probably Greek yogurt, and dyeing her hair after with highlights. She probably goes to her boyfriend, should I get orange highlights or red highlights? And he goes, I don't care, chick. I don't care. Just don't gain weight. Okay, X Factor. With a louder growl than the Mad Force, the X Factor's 24/7 engine gives the truck a lot of swagger, and the 2-speed helps it quickly spool up to 35. So the X Factor only did 35. The Mad Force, I mean, guys, I'm a little surprised. It did 43. I think that's faster than the truck is claimed for. 43 is faster. Huh. The USA 1 must be remarkably fast compared to that. Sickening. What do we have? Tug of War. Good way to kill your gears, right? Especially for the Mad Force owners. Because they were plastic, in case you were wondering why I said that. Okay, they were plastic. That's a good way to kill it. Oh, man. Guys, this is the engine we were just talking about in the RC10GT. This is the Megatech engine I just told you about. Look at that short shaft. That's why they were going into those cars, man. Bill Truitt, how you doing? I'm going to be here for a little while longer, guys. Maybe like 5 minutes. I got to like go to sleep soon, you know. So this is specifically designed to fit the T-Max. This is the engine we just had in the RC10GT. Rated at 1.6 horsepower. Holy moly. And the right over here says 1.6 horsepower, 37,000 RPM. That's crazy. Bro, that is crazy. That's a lot of power. I don't know, man. That's a lot of power. What's this over here? Hardcore racing. These are like super expensive hop-ups. Yeah, if you can find anything with like hardcore racing mods, they're big money. Big fat money. Money so fat, it won't be able to fit in your wallet. Okay, but since we all use digital wallets today, it'll fit in your phone. Your money will fit in your phone, guys. Don't worry about it. The government will steal it directly from your phone, you know. Oh, we got Nitro Express RC. How you doing, brother? Man, why do I talk like Hulk Hogan sometimes? Lotus 420. Why do I talk like Hulk Hogan? I don't know why. Got a question. Which RS4 is the slowest? It would definitely be a regular RS4. Just a regular RS4 with a 15 FE. There's 12 engines in there, but you're not likely to get one of those. Walex Bijou, I don't know if it looks like you're looking for vintage nitros. Like, are you looking for new or used, or like what are you looking for? I'm assuming you're looking for new. If you're looking for used, of course, the market is like whatever you find, you know. It's hard to give a proper recommendation on that. Oh, man, Kyosho TR15. If this is a nitro, I'll be happy. Oh, baby. I like what I see right now. I like what I see. Eric Needs, good night, my dude. All right. Walex Bijou goes used vintage. Then I would say you should look for Nitro RS43 chassis. RS43 is what you want. Don't go with the RS4. RS43 had shaft drive. Okay, you want the shafts. At work, you don't want to get shafted. But with RCs, you want to get shafted, okay? Just remember that. Shafting is good. Sickening. Probably going to get shafted at work tomorrow. But it's fine. I already know what I'm having for lunch, so half the battle of an office work life is complete. You know, for those of you that don't know, in an office work culture, knowing what you're going to have for lunch is half the battle. That's half your day. They don't have a speed claim here, so I'm not going to read it. We have the XTM Nitro Accelerator. Guys, this is the years of XTM right here. I have this. Many of you viewers out there have this too. This is a ridiculous truck, man. Ridiculous. 0.18 SH engine they had, rear exhaust. This was remarkable, and it was only like $280. Right, guys, I'm going to be here for like 3 more minutes. If I had my phone for the 2-minute countdown, I would do it. Hold on a second. I got my phone for the 2-minute countdown, but it doesn't start. So how about this? Since it doesn't start, I will charge it. If it ever starts, I will do the 2-minute countdown. This is an old iPhone think this is actually like an iPhone 7 or 8 maybe. I just use this for like video sometimes. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a little bar on there. All right. Let's see how long it takes to charge. It's dead. You know, No Music RC channel member here asked for the 2-minute countdown, of course. He really loves them. Mugen, don't have any of them. Supreme Shaft Machine. It's the Yokomo, it's electric. Don't have that one. Oh, Pitbull Air-Cooled Man. Enjoyed those tacos. I'm probably going to go eat some Costco pizza after this. I bought some Costco pizza today, you know, at Costco. Of course, yeah, I could only eat like one slice. And put the rest in the fridge. So I'm going to eat some Costco pizza after this. Oh, my God. Terra Curry. I know. This is something that you look forward to. All right. Oh, yeah, Just Joe just reminds me I do have a Mugen. You're right, my bad, dude. I do have a Mugen. It's that Mugen buggy, the MBX. So this is the Savage 21. Iconic RC. It was very nice. This is very nice. I remember the old 21. In fact, the one I'm sitting next to is the Savage 21. Right? So I don't even have to remember it. I got it right next to me. You know, what am I saying? I remember it. It's not like I had it 12 years ago. I have it right now. Guys, this is it right there. This is a Savage 21 right there, except different body. Why am I saying I remember it? Oh, check it out. We got a hat on it. We got a Micro RS4 on the roof, too. Check that out. Sickening Savage. Oh, the same orange shocks. The 21 BB engine. And this one actually has reverse, and reverse works fantastic, bro. Fantastic. All right, let's go back to the magazine. All right. Oh, this is what I was looking for before. I can't believe I didn't find this ad. The RC10GT ad. I did all this video on the RC10GT without freaking showing the ad in the magazine. Unbelievable. Oh, yeah. So it does appear that I'm missing the front bumper. This one has a bumper in the front over here. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm missing a bumper. Sickening. It's fine. It's no big deal. Bumper won't kill nobody. I mean, I just better not, you know, run into anything. This is a SmartTech. I think I had this. I think I still have a version of this. Yeah, I definitely have a version of this. SmartTech Winner. They have very creative names. Bart wants to know, is the RC500 worth getting to drive or shelf it? Well, we could take a look at it. I mean, if you want to take a look at it, I mean, I'm not, you know, opposed to it. So right here is my own RC500, right? I got it right there, baby, right there. This engine is brand new, but it's like some kind of AliExpress engine. It's trash. You know, it's drivable. Obviously, it's still an RC. You know, like you know, literally every RC I have is drivable. But in terms of, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Oh, we got C. Harditson. How you doing? My friend is here. All right. Let's see what he said. He goes, he's trying to start a Savage. He's trying to shout about my start my Savage XL conversion. Okay. Oh yeah, he's saying Savage 25 to the Savage XL conversion. Dude, you're gonna need a whole bunch of parts. do you know that? I mean, I'm sure you know that. You're not an expert. You're an expert, so. But like, yeah, you're gonna need a bunch of parts. You're doing 25 to an XL. You need like vertical chassis plates. You need the 3-speed. You need a bunch of stuff, man. I'm wondering, is it better to just buy an XL? I don't know. You know, let me know later, man. All right, so I actually did have this buggy at one time. Let's see how much it cost. It cost $249. Oh, okay, so he got the parts. All right, if you got the parts, then you got nothing to worry about, bro. Having the parts is half the battle. You know, the rest of the battle is going to work in the morning. That's the rest of the battle. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care much about that one anymore, really. Dude, is my phone charged yet? Because, like, I'm legit trying to roll out right now. Oh my God, it's still not charged. It's not charged yet. Unbelievable. It's still dead. How long is this thing going to take to turn on? We need to do the 2-minute countdown. There was a major request from a viewer. We got the, Mugen MBX5. Which one do I have? No, I have the older one. I don't have this one. Yeah, I definitely don't have this. This is a nice one. This one was $579. Yeah, Lotus 420 goes forever. Walex Bijou goes, so is the HP RS43 better than the RS43 Evo Plus? So the Evo Plus is the best, is better. What you want is the newest generation of the RS43, and that would be the Evo Plus. The Evo Plus would be the best one. Basically, the differences are they would just have a 2-speed. They would have a better engine. You want the one with a T3.0 engine. Make sure it has the T3.0 and it has the black exhaust pipe. If I had one here to show you, I would. I don't currently have one here to show you. But I have a couple of videos on those models, okay? But basically, the RS43 is a shaft drive. And then they just have various generations of, pipes, transmission, stuff like that. But basically, they're shaft drive RS43s. They're all the same. Oh, we got a little startup over here. Dude, my screen is real dirty. This is embarrassing. What's going on with that screen? But we're going to do a 2-minute countdown in a little bit. Let it warm up. Warm up. Do you guys know that on a Tesla, you got to preheat the batteries before you go anywhere? Unbelievable. Just learned that the other day. Yep, we got the cat hair. It's not my fault Sandy's freaking cute, man. Oh, here we go. The OFNA Twin Titan. I had this on the channel, guys, so I'm pretty much an expert in these by now. Dual engine, 0.25, over 5 horsepower. So I had this on the channel for repairs, multiple videos done on it. But actually re-edit them and load them up later. So what do we got? Like 72 people here. All right. All right, I'm gonna ask you all in a little bit something of a request later on, but not today, because I'm not a beggar. All right. So 2 engines. Sickening setup over there. Dual 0.25 engines. Pretty nice chassis, actually. I worked on it. It was very nice. Really didn't find anything I didn't like about it. It was a very good setup. I mean, it cost $1,000 brand new, so yeah, it was good. I mean, you're not going to get a bad RC for $1,000, Oh, the Schumacher Menace. I think I have 2 of these. I have 2 of these, right? With this exact body, but in blue. This is the fastest 10th scale truck ever made in the world from the factory. Also very janky at the same time. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to go over here and I will do the halfway famous 2-minute countdown. Now, I did have a request earlier. I'm going to finish the rest of this in a future series, because I'm kind of tired. I got to, go eat some chicken nuggets or some shit. And I did have a request, guys. If you don't mind, I am working on a, let's see, how do I do this? Second channel. I do have another channel, guys. I'm trying to build that channel to dominate the, the NitroGang haters out there. I'm kidding around, guys. That's not what I'm doing. If you can, please give it a subscription. Maybe I can grow that channel. There are some different videos on it. I'm going to give you guys a link to the video. Like it's a Terror Crusher video. I think some of you have seen it already. But if you can, please give this, let's see what we got. Yeah, so that's my other channel. It's like a video on the channel right now. If you go, please give it a subscription. I really would appreciate that. The channel is really small, but I am trying to load more content on it. I am trying to plan to grow that. But first, maybe I'll make that stream only, or maybe I'll make that wrench only. I don't know, right? You guys got to understand, YouTube is not my job. But in order to grow one way or another, you got to keep doing what you're good at. And RC videos is something I'm good at, okay? I like it. It's fun, all right? I don't record from 50 yards away and tell you to look at something super small in the field, do I? Do I do that? I don't do that. You know who does that? Many people do that. I don't do that, all right? I'll tell you, look at the smoke right in the pipe And I slow the smoke down, and I tell you to enjoy that smoke. Okay, enjoy that two-stroke. Kidding around, guys, but for real, please give it a little view, give it a subscription. I'm at like 300 something subs. Like, that channel is actually old, can't even get 1,000 subs on it. Like, I don't understand, you know. Sickening. Okay, anyway, guys, Walex Bijou, bro, hit us up, and whenever we're doing a stream, you got any questions with that RS4, you let us know, man. We're here to help, man. We love this shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't curse, though. I feel bad about cursing sometimes. Terror Curry, bro, thank you for that. All right, we're gonna do 2-minute countdown, and I gotta go eat some food, okay? The options are barbecue wings or Costco pizza. That's about it, you know? God, how do I do the two? Oh, my God. All right, famous 2-minute countdown. Famous nowhere else other than this channel. But sometimes you gotta say stuff like that, okay? 2 minutes and I'll disappear, guys, okay? Nitro Power goes, Twin Titan never dies. Christina and Terry, you have a good night. And once again, I'm glad you became a channel member. And special thanks to Jasa for handing out a couple of channel memberships today. Right, sickening. Let's see, we got a good comment here from Haywire RC. He goes, I'm making a custom Nitro trophy truck. I'm running an LRP 28 and want to swap the X-Tech carb. Any carb requests? You know, to be honest with you, man, I'm not like the best person to ask for carbs because I usually don't modify carbs, right? Like, I have a couple. I've ran those LRP carbs. Like, they're okay. They're not the best, but they're okay. Now, I know many people on here would tell you to go get a Novorossi carb. You know, like, they're going to tell you to get a Novorossi carb. But the reality is, it depends how much you want to spend on it, but that would be your best option, right? Me, I would just keep it how it is unless you have, like, sickening problems, you know? You know, I'm not the... my channel, I really don't really modify too much. I like to keep things like kind of how they are, you know, because that's part of history, right? It depends. Some people have different opinions. That's okay, you know. All right, guys. Well, how many minutes we got left? 122. Oh my God, I gotta sneeze real bad right now. Oh, sickening. Gotta sneeze real bad. I committed to a 2-minute countdown. Now I gotta sit here. Unbelievable. It's okay. It's worth it, bro. It's worth it. All right, everybody. You have a good night. Okay, hey, YRC goes, yeah, cannot find the Nova carbs. Yeah, that's what I thought. What about, like, the LRP32 carb? The newer generation from the LRP carbs are very good. They're like the newer gen carbs, right? Most people don't complain about those. On the 28, they're kind of the older generation carbs on those X-Tech engines. All right, that's it. It's time to go. 2-minute countdown is over, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you again. Nitro Sunday is over. You all go have a good week, and we will catch up later. Good night, everybody.